Hi everybody, Tyson here, and this is Commons Foods at Home Explained series. Today we're going to go over what seems really simple, salt. Alright, so with salt, the most common salt you're going to find is iodized salt. That's a heavily processed salt, and it has iodine put into it. This was kind of to help people. This came around, I want to say, the late 20s, early 30s or so, if my research was correct. And it was to get iodine into people's diet because there was a time period where people were being, malnourished as far as iodine goes. That was to help people get iodine in their diet. Iodized salt is usually found in your table salt, your salt shakers at restaurants or at home. And it's the most common salt people use. In a kitchen, people usually use something called kosher salt, coarse flaked kosher salt. The reason why we do that is, one, it doesn't have the iodine, so it doesn't have that flavor, that processed flavor. But more so, it's the granules are a little bit bigger. They're irregular, but they're bigger. They allow that allows for control of salt when you're sprinkling or adding in salt. Now let's go on to the two different types of salts you get, because you go to a grocery store, there's different types of salts left and right? You got your sea salts, and then you got your mined salts. All right, your sea salts. Kosher salt usually is a sea salt. All right, it's of course a flaked again. Now let's go into what sea salt actually is. It's salt from the ocean. People usually create these giant pools of salt water, allow it to evaporate, the salt will form, and they collect the salt and refine it from there. Maldon salt is a common salt found in grocery stores. That is a sea salt, heavily, it's got big flakes on it, and it comes from the Isles in England. It is a very refined, very beautiful salt. It tastes great. It's a finishing salt, and I'll tell you what a finishing salt is. For Maldon salt, I usually find it best to sprinkle that at the end of a meal to help further accent it. Now, careful with it because it's got big crystals. It's going to be little salt bombs. So I like to sprinkle it over my steaks after I cut it. I like to sprinkle a little bit of it on salads. Again, it's a finishing salt. My achievement is to have a little bit of a salt bomb when eating it. Now, the other salt you could have that's a common sea salt is gray sea salt. All right, and that comes from the southern Isles of France. And it's actually odd because this is Florida salt, right? It's all this. It's you got Florida salt and you got the gray sea salt. They're all the same, but the difference is during the process of drying, certain salts will form on the top of the water, and certain salts will form at the bottom. The gray salt will have a little bit more of a minerally, earthy taste, as opposed to the salt on top, which is going to have a very fine, refined salt flavor. All right. The reason why it's called Florida salt is because it is the flour that forms on top. Both have their distinct flavors, and each salt has distinct flavors. And I suggest tasting the salt, and again, that salt again is a finishing salt. Now, your mined salts, all right? These are salts that come from the earth, that are mined and then processed. Two of the most common ones that I could think of is Himalayan pink salt that people grind. It comes from the Himalayas, and yes, there's no water in the Himalayas, but this came from actually past oceans that got trapped in the earth that had been mined. It has a very beautiful earthy flavor. Again, it's got a beautiful pink color, and again, you'll have to taste it to really figure out what it kind of describe for its use. Again, a finishing salt, not a cooking salt. All right. So when you're done, you add it on just like the Maldon and the Florida salt. Then there's black salt that actually comes from volcanic areas, and that will have a very sulfuric flavor to it. That, again, finishing salts. All right. Now let's move on to our flavored salts. Now these are salts that you get and they're mixed with stuff. Truffle salt, celery salt, garlic salt. I've even found a bacon salt, a cheese salt. All these weird little salt mixtures, you treat them like salt, but they're gonna give you that extra flavoring. I personally don't think they're necessary. Sometimes they are nice to have, but I just end up mixing my salt with stuff that I like. And that's how you get flavored salts. If you have any questions about salt, this has been Commons Foods at Home. And any questions, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.